and happy Make It Monday. Welcome to another episode of Crafty Time with me, your host, Laura Buechler of Inkyfingers Papercrafting. I'm here to get creative with you for 3 reasons. Ready? Creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. So one of my absolute favorite ways to get creative is card making. And surprise, surprise, that's what we're going to be doing today on Make It Monday. Don't forget to stick around till the end of the video because we are going to be giving away this beautiful card that we made 2 weeks ago with the Leaf collection. My beautiful assistant Stevie is going to take that away for us. And he'll be back later to tell us who won that card. And this is the card we're going to be making today. It's using items from the Take to the Sky suite. We've got the designer series paper, we've got the dies, we've got a stamp, and we've got these fabulous embellishments. So I can't wait to show you how easy it is to put this together. And I'm going to show you some awesome other things that go along with that, including an awesome technique called masking. So I can't wait. Let's get started. Who's out there today? Who's joining me? Say hello so I know who's there. I'm going to get my bits and pieces ready here. This is the Adventurous Sky bundle that we're using. So fabulous masculine set. I should say I had a vote last time around whether we were going to do a masculine card or a wedding card, and there were 2 votes for each. So it was a tie. So I chose masculine, and maybe next time I'll do a wedding card. But in the meantime, yes, we're going to have a lot of fun putting this together. Let's see. Our first step is going to be dealing with this little tag. Now, this is from the Take to the Sky designer series paper. It comes with 2 sheets that are like this. It's hard to describe this. It's like these are already different designs for card fronts or card pieces. And there was a whole row of tags underneath. See how this is like ready to be a tag? And on the other side of the paper, it's got a fabulous design. So you could just use this side of the paper and not worry about the cool stuff on this side. It's always whichever you choose. But I cut out these tags. I think they're really cool. And I wanted to use them on today's project. So I'm just going to use my scissors to snip off those little corners. And then I'm going to use a little hole punch so that I can actually use this as a tag. There we go. So I only have this tiny little, it like makes a little pinprick. So I'm going to just do it a couple of times so that I have some space to get some twine through there. Right? Okay, cool. Now, the kind of plane that we're going to be making today is with just die cuts. There's these 2 die cuts that go together, and they allow you to make the plane in 2 different colors. And I'm going to use Night of Navy and Basic Beige. Just had to pop all those extra little pieces out. I'm going to start with the Night of Navy and then put the Basic Beige over top. Now, often when I'm using really intricate, fussy little dies like this, you'll see me using adhesive paper. And the reason I'm not going to do that this time is because these pieces actually end up not overlapping completely. This is something that will make more sense to you once you see me putting the plane together. Let's get out my beautiful little mini Susie. And I'm going to start with my, that's the wrong one. I need this one. That's the right one. There we go. So this is the plane's body. All right. So throw me a comment and let me know if you've noticed this bundle in the catalog and what you thought of it. So there's part 1 of the plane. I like how the die creates all this embossed patterns on it too. Not only cutting out the outline, but creating these little dashes and details, right? Okay, then I know my chair is squeaky, and believe me, we have tried WD-40 on it. We've tried every flippin' lubricant we can find, and it's still squeaking. But hopefully it won't bother you too much. So now we're cutting out the second piece of the plane, and it's got the tail and the wings. Lots of little bits to come out of here, so I'm going to use my handy dandy take your pick tool. Hey Terry, tuning in from Alabama. What is the weather like in Alabama? Here in Nanaimo today, it is overcast, a little bit windy, not too cold though. Hi Carol, thanks for tuning in, friend. Okay, so this is going to go right on top. Look at, I used that scrap. It was a little bit too small, and one of my wheels did not get cut. Did not make it onto the paper, but oh well. That's okay. Seems like a good excuse for an embellishment, right? So this is what I was talking about before, where if I had put adhesive sheet all over this, I would have adhesive sheet all over this wing and all over this tail piece, which do not actually overlay onto the main plain body, right? So that's why I'm not using adhesive sheet. I'm just going to use some multi-purpose glue, and I'll show you where you can put that so that it will work smoothly. All right, cleanup break. All these little bits and pieces, put them in my little recycling bin. Now, while I'm here with my die cutting machine, I want to actually cut a couple more pieces. I want to cut one of these clouds, a great big cloud out of white paper. And then I want to cut, there's my other little die. I want to cut one of these planes. See, it's very different from the other one that we've made, right? I'm going to cut one of these out of masking paper. Now, before I do that, you've already seen a little bit how this is going to go together, right? Hey, Maury. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I want to show you on the stamp set. So we already have like that one plane that's put together just with dies, but there are 3 planes that you can stamp and then die cut. So I did that for you. So you would have these little examples. Aren't they cute? So 3 different sizes of planes that you can stamp and die cut, in addition to this one that is a die cut only. Okay, you're going to see the method to my madness very soon. I need propellers. Okay, let's grab some scrap Night of Navy. Now, isn't this cool? The propeller die, it's going to cut 2 for me on 1 die. And then I still want to cut this one out, but I'm not going to cram everything in too tight. I'm just going to do these 2, and then I'll have plenty of room for my final step. Ooh, it was stormy in Alabama this morning. Well, I'm glad that your power stayed on so that you were able to tune in for Make It Monday. I appreciate that, Terry. All right. So there's my 2 little propellers, and I only need 1 for the plane I'm making today, so I'm going to have an extra one put aside for later. There's my lovely cloud. That's where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And finally, you know, you're not going to believe it. Someone's making a huge mess of this desk. Seems to happen every week around this time. So weird. All right, so what I have here is masking paper. It comes in a pack of 12 sheets. The sheets are 5 by 7 inches. It costs $9.75, and it is super cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this medium-sized plane from the masking paper. And we're going to use that on the inside of our card to do some masking. So there it is. Doesn't look too exciting yet, but just you wait and see what we're going to do with it. Okay, I believe I'm now done with my beautiful machine. Okay, there we go. All right, squeak, 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 chair. I know, your life is so rough. All right, so now I'm going to get started putting this together. I'm going to layer my beautiful designer series paper on top of my Night of Navy mat. Let's check out what's on the other side. Ooh, that's quite handsome. Nice smoky slate grid. But I am going to use this cloudy, beautiful cloudy blue sky. So, Carol and Maury and Terry, who are watching me today, what have you all been crafting lately? Do you do any masculine projects, possibly for Father's Day, which is coming up? Tell me what you've been using. All right, so that's going right there. This is a very, very simple card, but it is very cool. If you're interested in learning how to do a less simple card, slightly less simple, I'm going to be doing Zoom stamping tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to be teaching a very cool fancy fold card. So if that's something you're interested in, please tune in. Unfortunately, I have not been able to figure out how to get Facebook and Zoom to play nicely so that I can stream my Zoom stamping into the Facebook. But you can just join me live on Zoom, and I will walk you through step by step how to create this really cool fancy fold card. So I've put the link there if you want to join me. It's absolutely free, and you use your own supplies, and we have a lot of fun. Maury has been there before, and I think Carol has been there before. And yeah, everybody is welcome for that. Carol, you've been doing some sea cards. Very cool. Living on the West Coast, that's a good thing for us to do. Everybody likes, especially in the summer, we like to see that seaside beach situation, right? Okay. So there's the front of my card. I've got my tag on there. And I'm going to go ahead now and put my plane together. So using my multi-purpose glue, remember when we overlaid it here, we want to look at where it's actually going to line up. So it's going to line up nicely here and nicely here, as well as if you're bold, you can put some on the wheels. I usually just stick to there and there. And yeah, I can put a little bit here. And that's probably all you need. Line it up. The glue is quite forgiving. It'll give you a moment to get it in place and then press it down when you're ready. And of course we get glue all over our fingers because that's part of the deal. Okay, use the tool paper, Terry. Oh, nice. Do you like fussy cutting? I quite like fussy cutting. I find it very meditative. So I hope you like it too. After doing all of that, that tool paper was very cool. Okay, I need one more little bit of glue to put on the nose of the plane, and that's where I'm going to put my propeller. And at this point, since my fingers are sticky and I don't want to get them more sticky, I'm going to use my little tweezers, pick up my propeller, and plunk it down on the nose of the plane. Ta-da! There's my plane. It looks pretty cool. Hey, Diana, thanks for tuning in. We were just talking about what we've been crafting lately. I know you've been crafting some really cool stuff. Oh, and you love fussy cutting, Terry? That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to pop this onto my card with some dimensionals. One on the tail, one on the belly, and one on the nose. And look at how far we've come on this card, and we have not done any stamping yet. But we're gonna. Don't worry. It is cute, isn't it, Maury? Do you think Jim would like a card like this? I love that. That awesome plane on the blue sky. Okay. All right, so we have our little cloud here, and this is where I'm going to stamp a sentiment. Now, on the sample card, I have stamped "You're the best, plain and simple," and it's a pun because they've spelled plain like the airplane, and I'm a sucker for that. But I thought to change it up, we could do "Happiest Father's Day" on the cloud. So let's do that, and I'm going to stamp that in Night of Navy. Hopefully it's going to fit. It doesn't fit. Oh, okay. Don't worry. I have another idea. I'm going to cut out another cloud. In fact, I might have one in my spares box here. Do I? Look at all the spares I got in here. So much stuff. But I don't have another big cloud. That's okay. I can cut one easily, and then I'll add the Happiest Father's Day on the inside instead. The inside is also where I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that masking paper. We're going to do a cool masking technique. Okay. He would like that card, hey? That's awesome, Maury. Diana's been doing the Card a Day in May challenge. Let me tell you, there is this demonstrator down in the States who is running a Card a Day in May challenge. And Diana has done it every single day. There's a different topic every day, a different theme, and she's been doing it every day. It's really awesome, and her cards are so beautiful. Anyway, everybody posts on this group the things that they've made, and it's just for fun and inspiration from each other, and yeah, just to get us all crafting, right? What a brilliant idea. Okay, you're the best, plain and simple. That fits on there so nicely. It's just irresistible. All right, so I'm going to put some mini dimensionals on there and pop it onto my card. And then we'll get going on the inside of the card. Find out what we're going to do with that masking paper. Yeah, it is impressive, isn't it, Maury? Okay. You're the best. Plain and simple. All right, fantastic. We're going to come back to the outside later when we add some embellishments. But for now, let's look at the inside of the card. Okay, so this is our card insert. This is going to go inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my masking paper airplane. And I've got some little clouds. And I've got, this is the stamp that's the same size as this. So what I want is my boho blue ink and my Night of Navy ink. And I'm going to start with stamping my airplane. Okay. So stamping my airplane just in the bottom right corner. And then would you believe it? The masking paper is the wrong way around. Boy, I'm having a day today. Okay, well, guess what, friends? We're going to do one more step of die cutting. That's okay. We all get to hang out and keep each other company while we're doing that. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Okay. I see what I did wrong. I got the sticky side on the wrong side. No problem. We can always fix it. One of the things I absolutely love about paper crafting is that just about nothing is unfixable. There are many crafts where that is not the case. And believe me, if there's a mistake to be made, I will make it. I often tell the people who come to my card classes that if there's any mistake that they're going to make, I've probably made it before anyway. So they don't need to feel bad, right? Okay. So now this should be the sticky side. Yes. Okay. Clean up break. Put everything away. Gonna change my banner because I'm not talking about Zoom anymore. There we go. Okay, back to our card insert. So when you peel the backing off the masking paper, this part is sticky. So I can stick that right down. Actually, before I do that, I'm actually going to just, here, let's use my mouse pad. I was going to use my pants, but you can't see my pants, so that's not helpful. I'm just putting that on my mouse pad or anything else fabric a couple of times to take away a little bit of the stick. I still want it to be sticky, but I don't want it to be so sticky that I can't remove it from the paper when I'm ready to do that in a minute. All right, so we've got our beautiful Night of Navy plain stamped under there. You do that all the time, Diana? I'm assuming you mean that you make the same mistake that I made. It happens, right? But like I said, most mistakes are fixable. So now I've got my boho blue ink and my two little clouds, and I'm going to stamp some clouds around my plane. Okay. There we go. All right. And, oh yeah, we're going to add the Happiest Father's Day too. There we go. Happiest Father's Day. Now, here comes the magic, everybody. Are you ready for this? The big reveal. When I peel away this masking paper, there's my airplane, and there's the clouds around the airplane, and they don't overlap, right? Because the masking paper prevented the clouds from being stamped over top of the plane. So now it just looks like the plane is flying peacefully through the clouds, and it looks amazing. Now, the best thing is this is still sticky. So if I needed to make 10 more cards, I could easily use the same piece of masking paper to make all of those cards. I could probably make 50 more cards with that. So you can see how this little pack of masking paper for $9.75, those 12 sheets are going to last you a long dang time, right? Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it, Maury? And it's pretty simple. Any shape that you can die cut or punch, or even if you don't mind doing a little bit of fussy cutting, then you can do that masking technique with it. There we go. There's the inside of our card. Happiest Father's Day. All right, now we need to add some bling on here. What I've got is the industrial trinkets. They are part of the Take to the Sky suite. Look at how cool these are. You can see they have two different sides. They kind of look like rivets, right? So I'm going to get my glue dots and I'm going to put 3 industrial trinkets onto my card. So what I'm doing is I'm plunking this little trinket onto the glue dot, picking up the glue dot with the trinket. So now it's got, oh, it's so hard to see. You know it's sticky because it's sticking to my thumb. And then I'm plunking it right down onto my card. And then it just looks really cool. There we go. So we've got those 3 trinkets going at the 3 corners of the card where the sentiment is not. That's just the way I styled it. All right, so there's our fabulous card that we've made today. If you like that card or you've learned something, please remember to hit that heart button. I so appreciate when people do that. It helps the Facebook algorithm to know that we have fun on Make It Monday and that people should come and join us. And I would be so honored if you would go to my website and buy this product or any other product that you like. All of the items that you've seen me use today are available through Stampin' Up through my website at inkyfingers.ca. And I would be happy to help you make an order if you don't already have a demonstrator that you're working with. All right, let's bring in Stevie. He is going to tell us who won last week's card. Now, if you want a chance to win the card that we've just made, all you need to do is share the video. And then maybe next week, Stevie will be announcing your name. Just make sure that you leave a comment that you've shared, because Facebook doesn't always tell me who've shared. And that way I'll put your name in the draw. And next week, we'll see who wins. So Stevie, my wonderful assistant, so happy to see you, my friend. Will you tell me, please, who won this beautiful card that we made with the leaf collection? Samantha! Yay! That's awesome. Congratulations, Samantha. I will be putting this in the mail to you. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for your support, your comments, your likes. They all make a big difference to me. Don't forget that you can find all of these products online at inkyfingers.ca, and you'll also find more project tutorials, my events calendar for in-person and virtual events. There's Zoom stamping tomorrow night, so I hope you'll join us there. You'll find the current catalog and the sign up for my email newsletter. Happy stamping, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.